Hello people, welcome back to yet another video. Let's talk about Arsenal. This one will be a short one, just a couple of words and a couple of thoughts on this PSV Arsenal game. Obviously not most excited of the games, especially given some of the scores. Obviously both teams nothing to play for, but to be fair, watching the game it looked like PSV were fired up, right? I guess their pride was hurt after that ice whooping they got at Emirates a couple weeks ago. So they were fired up. They tried to press really hard. Uh, they were kicking a bit too much to my liking for a game like this. Obviously, there was no need for that. Risking injuring uh, any players on the pitch. Now, obviously, uh, Arteta rotated heavily in this game, and this is what I would like to talk about. Now, first of all, Aaron Ramsdale, I think very good game for him. No stupid mistakes, no stupid moves at all. I think it was a very solid performance. Again, this is the type of games you wanna. This is the type of performance, sorry, you wanna put when you get your chances when you're a fringe player, right? So I think that if David Raya keeps doing what he's doing, I mean, Ramsdale has to come back to start the game. I mean, obviously, as I said, very good today. I know that his passing, his footwork is not as great as Raya's, his distribution, but to be fair with you, I mean, he's a goaltender. He needs to be a shot stopper, and I think he did it very well today. So the defense, well, the defense wasn't very solid tonight, but I think that the problem was, first of all, Cedric was absolutely cooked. Now, I had some arguments with people online. Some people say that Kivior was the worst out of them two. I don't think so. I mean, first of all, Kivior is not a left back, right? He's a center back that plays in that position. Wasn't great, but to be fair, Cedric was worse for me. I mean, first of all, the goal came from his position. Absolutely nobody there for that goal. A couple of counterattacks came from that same side, and he was nowhere to be seen. Lack of pace was just horrendous. So Saliba was exposed. Saliba had to cover him, and given the fact that our midfield was El Neni and Jorginho, and combined pace of 5 probably in FIFA numbers, so it's just horrible. Like, I mean, this team was, sorry, this lineup tonight, no pace whatsoever. So this is why I think that we played this high line, and therefore Gabriel had a couple of mistakes, obviously. So it's again, it's especially when you're playing a team like PSV that is very dynamic, very direct team. If you watch their games in Eredivisie, you will see, you know, the pace of this team. So yeah, it was a very dangerous thing to do, and so I'm not going to criticize too much the central backs. I think they did as good as it was possible, right? So again, Cedric just proved he doesn't belong in this team. I'm not buying to this. He's a backup player because I understand that he's probably, you could say, he's like the third choice right back after Tomiyasu and Ben White. But I much rather prefer seeing a younger player there, or just go and try to loan someone. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Cedric, and obviously tonight, no disrespect to PSV, but can you imagine if Cedric has to play against Real Madrid? What happens then? Or a team like PSG? Just to remind you, we can't get PSG in the group stages. Oh, sorry, in the elimination stages. It's actually the chance is very high, and Kylian Mbappe is playing on the left side of the attack of PSG. So yeah, Kylian Mbappe versus Cedric, that would be fun to watch. So Jakub Kivior, yeah, again, not the greatest of games, but I think that what he had to do, he did better than Cedric personally, in my opinion. So, and I think that check the if you check the ratings that they were given, yeah, I think that Kivior has a higher rating, which I totally agree with. Now the midfield, as I said, non-existent. once Rice was on the field. I believe what it was, like 70 minutes or something. Let's see now. Just don't remember when Rice came to the pitch. Yeah, 61st minute, right? Odegaard as well. You could see you could see the change, right? You could see the change in the way even PSV tried to press. The kind of press went away straight away because they knew that this is a different midfield. It was dangerous, and whatever they had to do, deal with Rice and Odegaard, they did very well. So yeah, that's all you need to know. So and yeah, Trossard again, not very convincing to me. I think that he could do better given the fact that it's PSV, right? Again, no disrespect, but I think that for Trossard, he doesn't start. He's amazing when he comes from the bench, but when he starts, not so much. I don't know why is that, but this is my personal opinion, but not impressed with him. The attacking line, obviously, Havertz, Nketiah, and Nelson. A lot of praise came for Nelson tonight. I agree to a degree, right? I think he did well. I think he put a lot of pressure on there on PSV's fullbacks. So yeah, I agree. He had a good game. Havertz had a good game as well for me. I think good enough. Let's put it this way, because out of all the players on the pitch, apart from Saliba and Gabriel, he's the only one that knows he starts week in week out, right? Predominantly, and his motivations probably wasn't high as the other players, but still he was very good. So yeah, happy with him. Edin Ketia, very good game for him. I think that this is the kind of performances we wanna see from him. Again, I understand obviously the opposition, the character of the game, which was basically non-existent, but still a good game for him. So I do agree. I think that he got a man of the match, and I do agree with that. I think he was very good. Now the disappointment for me came, as I said, seeing Elneny, Jorginho there. Not impressed with them. Cedric, horrible for me. Kivior, I, as I said, could do better, right? Not gonna criticize him too much. Did better than Cedric, but that's not the benchmark, right? So yeah, and the other substitutions, obviously Gabriel Jesus, Emil Smith-Rowe, not too much time to do anything. Obviously for Gabriel Jesus, this was just a chance to get some game times to freshen his legs to prepare for the upcoming games against game against Brighton. And Smith-Rowe again, it's just kind of to feel the grass beneath his legs, as they say. So yeah, not much can we say about those two. Overall, not the best performances. The funny part is that I think that PSV hit the they hit the bars twice, but in the end we could win the game, which would be very hilarious. Last kick of the game we could just score. Unfortunately, we missed. Anyway, as I said, not the most exciting of games. A lot of questions for some of the fringe players. The disappointing thing probably is what most Arsenal fans is that we couldn't see Ethan Nwaneri. Sorry if I butchered his name. Or the other, academy guys on the bench. Would be nice to see them getting some game time. Would be nice. So yeah, hopefully we get lucky with the draw. Now there are no bad teams in the elimination phases of the Champions League. There is a reason those teams are there, but of course you really don't want to get someone like PSG or Napoli. Definitely not Napoli. So yeah, let's see who we get. I think it's on Thursday, right? Um, the draw, or was it Friday? I think it could be Friday actually. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we get lucky there. As I said, not the longest of videos, just a couple of thoughts here. For me, those games, I treat those kind of games highly, and the reason is, I know the score doesn't matter, we could lose 5-0, nothing would change, but the problem for me, or rather the reason I value those games, is exactly because we have a lot of rotation. So we have heavily rotated teams, and it's not even about the score. It's more for me the motivation of those players, right? Because this is your chance. It's not just a game in the League Cup. No disrespect, right? This is, this is the Champions League. This is the European top tournament. This is the European scene. So this is your moment to shine, and a lot of those players tonight didn't cover themselves in glory. Unfortunately, I did expect a lot more. I really did expect a lot more. As I said, not from Havertz, not even from Trossard. Those guys, they were playing. They're part of the main team. Even Edin Ketia, right? So he gets a lot of game time, obviously. So not from him, but players like Cedric, players like Kivior, players like Eldeni, even Jorginho. I know Jorginho's role is not exactly the shiniest one, but again, still, I mean, you have to do better. We had no pace tonight for me, and this guy Bakayoko, whatever the hell his name is, he absolutely dismantled that midfield. I think he caused a lot of problems, a lot of problems. So yeah, maybe it's a bit more reactional one. Usually I do my videos at least 24 hours after the games, and that's exactly why I don't want to come down after the game. I want to think, with my head being cool. This time it's a bit more reactional one, but that's exactly the reason. As I said, I value those types of games. If you watch my first videos, you will see my opinion on the preseason games and why are they are important for me. So like the video, share the video, let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's too much of a reaction for a game like this, or you still think you agree with me that there is something to worry about? And up to the next one.